Hi, I'm Anna and welcome back to my channel, Building a Business. So if you haven't watched my last video, you can do so by clicking up here. And in that video, I discussed that I am under contract with my very first rental property, so I'm super excited about that. And I recently got my inspection report back. Now, before receiving my inspection report, I had never seen an inspection report before, and I really didn't know what the layout would be or what would be involved. And so I figured there might be other people out there who also have had no experience with inspection reports. And so I figured, why not share my inspection report? Now, I'm purchasing my property through a turnkey company, and so a big part of the appeal of using a turnkey company is that they're going to bring you a property that is very well rehabbed so that you don't have to do any of the work of finding contractors, taking a lot of time to do the rehab, and you'll have to be paying your mortgage while you're doing that rehab. All of that hassle is taken care of by the turnkey company, assuming they are a good turnkey company. And so in my case, the inspection report came back and there were a couple minor issues that the inspection found, and my turnkey company is in the process of repairing those right now so that by the time I close on the property, there should be no issues with it whatsoever. Now, there's a pretty clear benefit of doing that. It takes a bunch of hassle off of you, especially for me since I'm an out-of-state investor and I'm not planning on going to the property to oversee any rehabs or any other issues that come up. And so having that all taken care of up front is a great benefit. That being said, you definitely pay a premium for using a good turnkey company. And so I know I could be making better returns if I were to purchase the property on my own and do the rehabs on my own and everything. However, I've never done that before, and the amount of time and effort and money that will go into it up front, I just don't have right now. And so as I start my journey, I'm focusing on leveraging the experience of a good turnkey company to purchase properties. And then as my experience grows and I'm more comfortable with real estate investing and have more connections in the area, then certainly I am planning on expanding outside of turnkey companies and doing more of the hands-on stuff myself. But anyways, moving on, let's go to the inspection report.
So here's the inspection report that I received from my inspection company. I've blocked everything out that's confidential in black, including the name of the company I used. So it was prepared for me. Here was the address, and just canceled out the inspector's names. Now, the way that my inspection report came, it showed a summary of what they believed were the biggest issues with the property, and it just summarized that all up front. However, I'm going to scroll past that to go to the overview where it shows all of the issues and everything that they noticed. And the reason for doing that is because the turnkey company that I'm using has gone through this report already and highlighted all of the issues that they are going to go in and fix before I close on the property. So this is just an overview of how they do the inspections and what codes they use. If we keep scrolling down, they have some values about the property and what the weather was like when they did the inspection. So they talk about the property and site. Now they mention that the lower the height of the landscape to be below the top of the foundation to limit moisture and or insect-related damage. So that is one of the things that's highlighted. So that means that the turnkey company I'm using has agreed to go in and fix that. And if we continue down, I'll scroll slowly so that you can pause and read the whole thing if you would like. However, I'll just focus on the items that are highlighted in yellow. So in terms of the driveway, the turnkey company is going to reseal the expansion joints, and that's to limit the moisture entry and related damage. No issues with the patio. Now we're moving on to the exterior. So here for the wall surface, the inspector noticed that there was some damaged or missing mortar joints. So you can just see here that's missing some mortar in between those bricks. And again, there's some spotchy mortar over here. And some more examples of it. Now they noticed minor damage to the vinyl siding. Now this could be, again, a problem due to water. And so you can see a couple little scrapes and bumps. Here, there are some windows that go to the basement, and as you can see, it looks like the ground is really level with those windows, which of course might become a problem due to water getting into the window area. And so they recommend lowering the grade, as in getting all of this dirt just to be a little bit lower, or installing a window well. And they mentioned there's already some rust due to this condition that they have here. Now the porches, you can see there's some issues with erosion around the edge, which again the turnkey company is going to address. And we're on the roof. So the inspection report recommends sealing the exposed nail heads. And again, that's just to limit water and moisture issues. So a lot of the inspection so far has come up with moisture issues, which is understandable because moisture can cause a lot of issues in homes. They recommend getting rid of the branches and the leaves on the roof to avoid any deterioration. They recommend cleaning out the gutters and also installing a guard so that the gutters won't get full of debris again. In terms of the attic, they have found that there's an improper attic access hatch in the garage, and that the drywall should be 5/8 inch, but it currently isn't, and that's to comply with the fire code. So that is also something that is going to be fixed. Now they mentioned for the garage door that it's plugged into GFCI protected circuit, and that that's not recommended for a garage door. So that will also be changed. Now with this wall, you can see some joints and some damage, and so they recommend fixing that to make sure that there's no issue with the fire barrier. They're going to secure the loose fire stops to ensure proper operation. Now they recommend installing electrical tape around the splice enclosures to limit safety hazards, so that should be a fairly easy fix. Now they want the breakers to be re-identified, again, a relatively easy fix. And if we keep going, now in this case they are recommending GFCI protection on the basement receptacles, and GFCI outlets are recommended to limit shock hazards, so they're especially used in kitchens and in bathrooms. They're going to replace the missing air vent in this photo. And for plumbing, there were a couple issues with the plumbing. So there was excessive water pressure, which they're going to fix. There was a waste backup in the basement floor. Again, they're working on fixing that. And there was standing water around the washer plumbing stack. They're going to repair the loose sliding doors. You can see this photo that clearly the door is not quite attached right. And again, some of the drawers don't quite operate properly, so they're working on fixing that. Now that's the end of the report. I hope it was interesting for you to see an example inspection report that you might get on your first rental property.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it below and subscribe to get more videos like this every Thursday in your feed.